Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. TZGSplichO here. I have important news about, as you can see, important update about Riot's future, as I'm a person that spent countless hours playing League of Legends, and I played also TFT, a bit of Valorant, and I'm definitely looking forward upcoming MMO from Riot. We won't see that for a couple of years more, but still I needed to cover this subject for sure, because it's a really big news and important, and it's gonna have a huge impact on everything that's connected to Riot and Riot's future. I mean, the title itself says it. So they fired a lot of people. Like, you should see this section first in this letter. This decision means we're eliminating about 530 roles globally, which represents around 11% of our workforce, with the biggest impact to teams outside of core development. Well, they want to assure us that what is most important still remains safe, but honestly, this is a lot of people we are looking at. It's 530 roles globally, which means that's a lot of fired people, a lot of dreams crushed. And why I say dreams crushed is because they weren't announced ahead about this happening. They found out about this same way as the rest of the world did, meaning that they weren't informed about them getting fired. They tried to shift them between roles and places in order to keep everybody, from what I understood, but it didn't work out. To mention that this has happened in multiple big IT companies and social media and game development companies as well. You've seen what happened with Twitter. You've seen with the other, for example, let's take Blizzard, who did this couple times and fired quite the amount of the people. They definitely hired a lot of new staff members during, there you see, like since 2019, we made a number of big bets across the company with the goal of making it better to be a player. We jumped headfirst into creating new experiences on broadening our portfolio. I mean, when COVID happened, everybody was expanding, and as they say, and grew quickly as we became a multi-game, multi-experience company. I mean, we used to have jokes about them calling themselves Riot Games when they had only League of Legends published. But that went, since that time and since that period, they went a lot ahead, meaning that now they have multiple games like Runeterra, Valorant, TFT, I mean, the League of Legends. They definitely did a lot of new games. There's also like some forged games as well. How this will work? There's no perfect way to do a layoff, but our guiding principle is to do our very best to make sure we're treating Rioters with respect and grace. We want those who are leaving us to feel supported in this difficult moment. Definitely it's difficult for them. Like one moment you're working your dream job, and the next minute you're just out of the place. This starts with limiting the time they spend in ambiguity about their role and future with Riot wherever possible. From what I understood, this means that they will help them to find a new career or stay connected with some partner companies that are working with Riot. But that's a lot of people to cover for. Within the next hour, Rioters around the world will receive an email informing them whether or not their role is or may be impacted. So this is what I said. They weren't informing people ahead, meaning that after this newsletter and update, Rioter update happened, they found out about this as well. So, as they say here, this isn't the usual way we do things, but we wanted to optimize for letting people know as soon as possible, and that's tough to do at our scale without using email. It's a bit tricky because there's a lot of NDAs, which means that when they're working on a project, they are not allowed to share some stuff. And you know that these companies are rivals to each other, and they are trying to hide the upcoming, let's just take, for example, Mobile Legends and Mobile League of Legends. Like, you knew that these guys copied everything. There was a lot of issues with copyrights and stuff, and that's how it works with trying to keep the information about their development as inside the company as much as they can. So it's a big world, and it's a business at the end of the day. Shortly after, every writer whose role is or may be impacted will get a calendar invite to meet with their senior leader and people team partner and discuss the next steps within 48 hours. So they're definitely gonna try to see and evaluate who can still get relocated or will end up being fired. There's a wide range of local employment process that have to be followed in situations like this. Of course, they can't really let go people instantly. Once they announce that they are fired, there's a legal procedure that they need to follow, meaning that they need to cover up expenses and like depending how the contract was it just freelance or was it a permanent hire option, like where they signed up a contract for 3 years and only a half of that contract was still in play. So they will probably need to give some kind of coverage with money and funds, a refund or something, if you can call it a refund, because they could have looked for a different company to work at. But I believe that working at Riot definitely increases your portfolio. So while these meetings will be completed this week in the US, it may take several weeks to finish them around the world as we follow local laws and regulations. Exactly what I said now. Severance pay will offer a minimum of 6 months salary. This is really, really nice from them, but knowing how much budget they have, it's okay. Legends of Runeterra continues its journey. We're making changes to move the game towards sustainability. We know there's a passionate community who absolutely love these games, and we do too. However, it hasn't, performed as well as we need it to, despite our best efforts. Well, the expectations and in today's world is like questionable. I'm expecting this video to have 1 million views and I reach 5k subscribers at least within 5 days, but that's my expectations. Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Most of the lore in League of Legends is now based on Legends of Runeterra, and the upcoming MMO will pick up the lore from Legends of Runeterra as the main core of lore from the Riot world itself. But at this point, that's just not a viable option, so we're reducing the size of the team and shifting our focus to the path of Champions PvE game mode. From what I understood, PvE game mode increased the player base by a lot, so this is why they're focusing on it. In addition, we are sunsetting Riot Forge. Those are those little games I was talking about after the upcoming release of Bundle Tale. So we'll see one more, and that's pretty much it about Riot Forge. Forge has been our collaboration with external studios to develop smaller scale games in our IP. While we are proud of what we created in this space, and we are grateful for Forge team and for our external partners who made these games happen. Those are those indie games that they wanted to expand like to a new market or just approach new possible player base. But as you can see, it doesn't really adds up into their calculation. In early February, we'll be holding a product-focused RIOTNOW to get deeper into our portfolio and discuss some of our plans for players in 2024. So that means that in February 2024, we're gonna see much more of the game. The path forward, there's no way around the fact that this is an extremely sad moment. Definitely, I mean, there's mainly just bad news, honestly. I mean, they're gonna focus on the game because that's what they're for. I mean, that's the company. So they're gonna have a I'll hold that Riot Town Hall on Thursday to give more details about this. They're definitely sorry about it, and deep gratitude to all Rioters who are leaving. Your passion and commitment has been felt by the people around you and the millions of players we serve. Dylan, the CEO of Riot. Well, it's a bit difficult moment, but they're gonna give much more infos about it. We definitely covered mostly what's important. It is sad news. It is sad news, but it's 2024. The year just began with a great intro and everything. Now we're getting 530 roles being eliminated. So it is what it is. Tell me what you guys think about this massive elimination. It feels a little bit like I'm talking about some MrBeast video, but it's a Riot subject. Thanks for watching. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't, like and share, and write in the comments what you think about the whole situation with the gaming companies like Blizzard and Riot firing such a massive amount of people in the past couple of years. Thanks for watching. See ya.